And everybody started, this was when Errol started getting hot. And everybody started saying, Errol's the boogeyman. Nobody wants to fight Errol. Now, I'm hearing the conversations and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, it's in one ear, out the other ear. But then I start watching it myself. I'm like, this kid is good. I'm like, yo, he's the guy. I was like, keep playing the company line. He ain't got no belt yet. You hide behind he ain't got no belt yet. But I started believing it. I said, he ain't got no belt. As soon as he get a belt, we'll fight. As soon as he get a belt, we'll fight. He ain't got no belt yet. I wasn't hiding. But I made up in my mind, that's the baddest dude on the planet. I'm fighting him, I'm beating him, and I'm done. So we went over to England, watched him fight. And he broke Kell Brook down.
Yeah.
Beat Kell. And as soon as I seen the ref wave his hands off, I stood up, had a suit on, put my hands in my pocket. I said, all right.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Accepted.
Because I had made up my mind that Errol was the guy. And as soon as I fight Errol, I'm done.
Yeah.
And my wife knew it. My wife was the only one that knew it. And she wasn't my wife at the time, but she was the only one that knew that I'm done with this sport and there's certain things I need to do before I'm done. And once I get them things done, it's a wrap, right? Yeah. Fight Errol. The fight went the way that it went. And my thing was win, lose, or draw, I'm done. Fight happens, and I mean, an unbelievable night that I can go back to. Like, as I talk about it, I could go back to that night. We go
Staples
home,
Center, right?
In LA. We go home, and I'm by myself in my room. This was probably Monday or Tuesday, a couple days after the fight. And I'm trying to rehearse to myself, how am I going to tell my dad that I'm ready to retire? How am I going to tell my dad what? I'm trying to rehearse it. And I'm a thinker just like you. And I can think something and make it real. And I could not think of it.
Yeah.
So then I just got quiet with my thoughts and sat there.
Yeah.
And you'll relate to this. I sat back because I couldn't think of it. And something said, God, you're not done yet. And I mean, it's just like you hear it, you see it in the movies. I heard, you're not done yet. And I was disappointed. I sat up, closed my eyes, and out loud, because I conversed with God, I said, what? I'm mad. I said, what? And I heard God say, you got more to do. Just like that. You got more to do. And I opened my eyes because I'm furious, because I want to be done.
I want to be done.
I said, what more is it?
Yeah.
Just like that. And I sat there, He ain't say nothing after that. So I'm mad. Told my wife, I say, I said, I got some more to do. And she said, what? You got more? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I was like literally.
I don't know what the more is.
Literally heated. Couple days later, Errol Spence gets into his accident. And now people start talking, we want to see Terrence versus Shawn. We want to see Terrence versus Shawn. So I looked up, I said, oh, that's it. I thought that guy was the baddest on the planet. And not to say that was an easy night for me, but that was a great night for me.
Yeah.
And it was like that itch that people talk about. It was like, there's something more.
Some more, yeah.
And there's another level that I have to go to. And it became Terrence. So you fast forward, and I'm just trying to get to Terrence. As soon as I get to Terrence, I mean, I'm on the track, and that's the finish line. And as soon as I get to Terrence, I'm done, right? So that fight went the way that it went. And we at the post-fight press conference. And I was not up there like, when can I do it? When can I say it? When can I do it? But the question came, what do you do?
I remember that, bro.
What do you do now?
I watched it.
What are you going to do?
I couldn't believe it.
And with no hesitation, I'm done.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm retired.
I couldn't believe it. So I was like, oh, this is how people felt when I retired? It was just like...
Did you hear, like, I heard some gas and all that?
Bro, I just couldn't believe it.
But this is when you know it's real.
But I was like, in my mind, I'm like, man, maybe he just emotional right now.
No.
Maybe he just like,
No.
Maybe I was waiting for you to like say, man, you know, like a couple weeks later or something like that.
So the post-fight conference go how it go. Terrence came up, blah, 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 blah. Took my
But you didn't even tell your daddy.
No. My wife was the only one that knew. And I've been like that my whole life. where not too many people know much about me except for what I need them to know, what I want them to know. And I'm slowly getting out of that, especially with me being married. I've understood that you just can't live like that anymore, you know?
It's not sustainable.
But I took my wife's hand, we walked out, and I know
What did what your daddy say? What's the first thing your father said?
Was he sitting there or was he gone?
No, he was sitting there. He was sitting there.
What do you think he was feeling?
I think he was like everybody else, to be honest with you. And we gonna go ahead and say it. He co-signed it, like I use the word you use. He co-signed it in the moment, like it's all good. I knew this was coming. I knew he was gonna retire and all that. But I don't think my dad truly knew.
Man,
so we go back up to the room, and it seemed like he didn't even want to leave the room. You know,
really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it seemed like he didn't want to leave the room, but he just the normal routine. How you feel? Got a headache? You feel good? You happy? I love you. Like just the normal stuff. But it seemed like he took a little while longer for him to leave the room or whatever. But laid there with my wife, and I looked at her. I said, "How you think that went, love?" And she was like, "It went good." And we were smiling. And I said, I think people reacted exactly how I thought they was gonna react. Yeah. She said, "Yeah, everybody was gasping and all that." I said, "Yeah, that's how I thought it up. That's how I envisioned it." And so yeah, I'm done because I knew what I wanted to do in this sport. Yeah. And I'm gonna go somewhere with this. But once I got to everywhere I wanted to go, there's nothing else for me. When did you fall in love with boxing?
I fell in love with boxing at probably like 9.
Wow.
My dad did it.
That's enough.
I just want to be like him.
That's enough, bro.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You just wanted to be like your dad.